back. It's the big semi-final to 2024, and joining me at the top of 12 o'clock is K. Keshav Rao of the BRS. Mr. Rao, can you hear me? Okay, we will try to fix that connection with K. Keshav Rao. Of course, we want to know what is it that the BRS is now hoping for as we inch closer. It's almost, the numbers are pretty clear on our screens at 12 o'clock. I'm just going to take everyone over the numbers quickly. In Madhya Pradesh, it's 158 for the BJP. So clear victory there for the BJP, pretty much cemented now. In Rajasthan, the numbers do keep shifting, but in the favor of the BJP once again. BJP at 118 in Rajasthan now. Chhattisgarh, big surprise for everyone. BJP at 48, Congress at 40 and others at 2. So is there a possibility there in Chhattisgarh? We'll take this conversation forward. But in Telangana, Congress at 69, BRS at 37, BJP at 9 and others at 4. So Congress leading there in Telangana quite clearly. Deepak Vishwakarma, my colleague, joins us from Chhattisgarh, which has been a bit of a surprise state for everybody. Deepak, over to you. Where exactly are you right now and what's happening around you?
देखिए, सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात तो ये है कि जिस तरह की स्थिति कांग्रेस की दिख रही थी, एग्जिट पोल में जिस तरीके का एज और जिस तरह की स्थिति कांग्रेस को मिल रही थी, उन सब के इतर क्या हो गया, बोल दूं, मेरे को सुनाई दे रहा है, रिप्लाई कर दूं?
All right. Okay,
आप लोग पहले टेस्ट नहीं करते हो क्या?
Deepak, I'll come back to you in just a moment. Deepak, I'll come back to you in just a moment. K. Keshav Rao with us of the BRS. Mr. Rao, can you hear me now?
स्टूडियो में भी चेक कर लिया मैंने, स्टूडियो में चेक किया, कौन बात कर रहा है? दे मुझे फोन। हाँ, क्या हुआ मुझे?
Okay, all right. We'll try to just fix those corrections there with our reporter and with our guests as well. Crucial voices there coming in on for us. I have with me Himanshu Bhatt, Anshul Abhijit of the Congress, Rajashmi Joshi also with us, Joyita Basu with us, and Priya Sehgal with us as well. Let me go across to Mr. Bhatt, who's joining us right now. Mr. Bhatt, how do you read the numbers on your screens?
Well, I read numbers, consolidated. It's almost 4 hours of counting, so half the counting is already done. And when the substantial lead is established once, the elections have shown, the party which is winning keeps on sweeping. And this is what likely to happen, what we have here. BJP will increase, or maybe, in Madhya Pradesh settle down at around 150. In Rajasthan, about 115 to 120. And in Chhattisgarh, it will be a close call. It will go all the way. Whereas BJP has played a big spoiler as far as Chandrasekhar Rao is concerned.
Okay.
In Telangana. It's that increase in vote share which has resulted in the decrease in the vote share of KRS.
Okay.
Because Muslim vote has already been divided. And you see that result, from 7, they have come down to 4.
Okay, Muslim vote divided. On that note, Mr. Bhatt, I will come back to you. I'm being told K. Keshav Rao finally with us on the broadcast. Mr. Rao, we are discussing Telangana right now, where the Congress clearly leading. The BRS is just at 37 at 12 o'clock. What really do you think has happened in Telangana, Mr. Rao?
Well, this is not the time for me to get into conversation with you or debate, because the figures are not clear. Today we are 37 against 69 as your screen shows. That means I must wait for a long time. But I tell you there are two things when you look where you are talking. One is the figures, number two is formation of the government. So we should know the new chief of the Congress, how far he will be able to hold the party together, because the difference is only 9. So let us see what happens. But we know I am tailing, but it is only rounds that are taking part. This is the 7th round. That means we have another 7 rounds to go. By that time I know BRS will do good to get nearer to forming the government.
So, Mr. Rao, basically the BRS is still hopeful of forming the government in Telangana.
I am absolutely hopeful. hopeful of forming the government.
Okay, but if you were to do an early assessment basis the numbers that we see right now, what do you think, as per you, has probably gone wrong for the BRS or gone in the favor of the Congress party?
Well, I must really study that. I can just jump to conclusion and tell you what is happening. Because we expected somewhere near 75. Now getting to 37 is something which is shocking also. So I must study. There could be some failings which I must correct it or I must understand them.
Mr. Rao, what does this then mean for the BRS as a national party?
Well, look here, when you are seeing around, as far as these 5 states are concerned, it is BJP which is doing good, defeating the Congress. Even in Chhattisgarh, where we expected Congress would come back, it had not come. So it is absolutely a different poll scenario that we are showing. Congress has a beating, whereas we as the ruling party are trailing. BJP, we expected would do only 4 or 5, but it had come to 9. That means it has done something good.
Okay, and Mr. Rao, do you feel that the BJP has perhaps eaten into your vote share?
I don't think much, but nonetheless, any party which eats into my vote, because last time I had 88 seats. So, any increase in other parties' strength is eating into my own bank.
Okay, and Mr. Rao, the big question that everybody asks is, and because you've also said that you're still hopeful of forming the government and that it's just a matter of 9 seats for the Congress for you to sway, are you then in touch with some of the Congress candidates?
No, certainly not. That is what I said. I was hesitant to talk to you on that because I am not looking to that. I am looking to rounds. I am looking, the MIM is shown less, the others 4, they were 7. So they perhaps would increase, BJP would increase. One thing you must understand, I am fighting a battle for formation with friends around to support me. But Congress is fighting a lone battle. There will be not a single party who would like to support them. It is my guess. It is my guess. So that is also something which will go in my favor.
But Mr. Rao, as far as the numbers stand, now the Congress, you're saying it will just take about 9, it's just a matter of 9 MLAs away from them for their government to fall. But who are you then going to tie up with? Because you're not certainly going to be tying up with the BJP in Telangana.
No. You have not understood me. I am saying the figures that we are seeing or you are showing are only still under the process of counting.
Okay.
So the 69 will not stay. It will come down to 62, something like that. So BJP will certainly go up, the others MIM will go up, and I will go up. So that calculation has to be done. I am not able to do at this stage. That is why I am not able to come to you.
Okay, and are you...
See, it would come to his...
Okay. Go ahead, finish your point, sir. Mr. Rao, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I am able to hear you.
Yes, and what about the AIMIM, sir? What about the AIMIM? Will they support you?
No, you gave others, as 4. That means that includes AIMIM, and also one communist party. And MIM, according to me, would be somewhere around 6, 7. I would not correctly tell the figure, but somewhere around 7. Because they were 7 and they are sure of their 7.
Okay, all right. And before we let you go, Mr. Rao, one last question. In case the BRS is not able to form the government and you're not able to pull through the numbers, what does then that mean for Mr. KCR himself, who is trying to position himself as a national leader? Will he still be going and making the rounds to other opposition leaders for 2024?
Well, this will come after we see these figures, and we see our position. We make a study as to where we stand, both in the state and also in the national scene.
Okay, all right. Mr. Rao, I understand that you're in a difficult position right now and you would not like to speak much, but we appreciate you taking out the time and even giving us this understanding of the BRS right now at 12 o'clock, where the numbers currently stand in favor of the Congress party. That was Mr. K. Keshav Rao of the BRS, senior leader of the BRS there with us in Rajya Sabha. MP Himanshu, but coming back to you because you were discussing Telangana, can the BRS somewhere conjure up the numbers? Because even as we were talking, it's become 71 now for the Congress party. It's the BRS share that's coming down. They're saying that the BJP might increase, others at AIMIM might pull through. They end up getting those 7 seats of Hyderabad, so they're hoping that, okay, 3 will be added to their kitty and that'll be 7. But where exactly are they hoping to then pull out the numbers
Well,
from?
there might be some people from Congress. Shiv Kumar is over there. There are every chances of huge horse trading also. That's also happening. And on the other side, what I was talking to you about, last time around, AIMIM had 7 seats with about 2.97% of vote. Against that, BJP had 1 seat with 6.94% votes. Now just imagine if BJP manages to win 10 seats, they would have crossed the vote share of a threshold level. That is about 12 to 14% votes. Now that vote, as Mr. Rao very clearly said, it's going to go from somewhere. It's going to go from BRS. So, playing a devil's advocate, I would say, you know, BJP is working as a destroyer of BRS and favoring Congress in Telangana, if the results stay this way.
Okay. Are we somewhere looking at resort politics returning? Because as per Jai Prakash, you know, he was pointing out that he's himself standing outside a resort. There were buses in the morning and they're hoping to put their flock away soon. Are we then expecting that they're all going to be taken to Karnataka, kept put there till the swearing in ceremony happens? Because see, we were discussing how they probably just need to cross the 70 mark for them to become stable, feel comfortable in Telangana. But is that still, you know, what does it really then say about the Congress overall, if even after getting the victory, it's easy to then sway their, you know, MLAs and you have to put them in a resort every time?
Well, not easy. I think in the morning the resort politics happened because you were not sure of the numbers. You know, the Congress was, you know, everybody was expecting a hung parliament or a wafer thin thing, which is why DK Shiv Kumar was sent and everybody was kind of, you know, locking up and ensuring that the MLAs stayed with them. But given this crossing 70 mark, I would agree with, you know, what Joyita had said earlier also. If there is going to be any horse trading or toppling of governments, it would be closer to the general elections, not right now. Because right now, BJP is also trying to, you know, this whole tag of Operation Kamal जो BJP के ऊपर है, they want to just avoid that, and BRS cannot do it without BJP's help. They will need these 10 or 9 MLAs to do that. Plus, the governor is going to be calling the single largest party, which is the Congress. So over here, you know, whoever's given the mandate to form the invitation to form the government gets a lot of credibility. A lot of MLAs will feel hesitant in leaving a certain platform versus, you know, this thing in hand versus one in the bush kind of a situation. So, however, unless the pretty huge allurements are given, then of course, you know, one can't say. But even then, I think promise of office, you know, Congress is in a better position to offer more allurements for the MLAs to stay intact with them. Jai Prakash also in a chat to us told us that there were a couple of disgruntled BRS people who could be Trojan horses planted by KRC in the Congress, who were given a ticket by the Congress. Even if that is the case, I think they will wait and watch. They're not going to immediately pull the rug out from under the Congress government. That will be too big a slap on the face of democracy. They're going to be losing public sympathy and you know, credibility also with the public. So wait a while. You can always topple the government if they have these people and, you know, the people who are not given ministerial berths. There will be enough time for pickings if they want to play that game. But for now, I think the Congress should be reasonably certain. Even they've slipped below the 70 mark. But whatever it is with this kind of a majority, I think the Congress should be reasonably confident and will be able to form the government in Telangana.
Okay, Anshul Abhijit of the Congress with us. Anshul, does it somewhere worry the Congress party? We've just spoken to a senior leader of the BRS, even with their numbers right now at 38, as per the Election Commission website, your numbers at 67, BJP at 8, AIMIM at 4 and CPI at 1. is there somewhere a worry within the Congress, because the BRS says that it's just a matter of a few seats for the Congress certainly to not form the government in Telangana?
Well, surely this is not the question you should be asking me. The fact that we are ahead in Telangana in over 71 seats, according to one estimate, is the real story. It's not about worrying about the Congress or who's going to get what. That will come, not happen. I mean, the real story is that we've got 71 seats at the moment, according to trends. And that is a huge deal. That's an emphatic victory, I would say, in a state where not many people gave us a chance. So I think that it will work wonders for the Congress party. It will rejuvenate our cadres. There are reasons why this happened, by the way, if I can go into that, because I'd like to focus on the fact that we're winning this state and we're going to get power in this state and we're going to fulfill our promises, rather than kind of, the BJP, as you well know, it's no mystery. They have a habit of turning politics into a marketplace where MLAs can be bought and sold. That is their default position. So their Operation Kamal, or whatever you're going to call it, is activated all the time. I mean, that is a no-brainer. So you don't have to go into lengths drawing that. They will keep trying this wherever they can, wherever they get an opportunity. But let's focus on the success of the Congress party, which I think is tremendous. I think it comes on the back of the Bharat Jodo Yatra, the ways in which it energized the cadres in Telangana. I think it comes on the back of a victory in Karnataka as well, which has a similar effect here. It comes on the back of a very concerted, focused campaign by the leadership
Abhijit,
of the
why
Congress
has the Bharat Jodo Yatra then not worked in central India or the north?
No, let me tell you why it's worked here first. Then we'll go into your other things. Yeah, I mean, so the results, if you want to get to the point, and if you want to turn the other sort of trends in other states into some sort of grim reality for the Congress party, then we have a lot to think about. I'll come to that in a minute. You're in a deep hurry, I think, to turn to what's happening and why Congress is losing, than why it's winning in a state like Telangana. So let me just...
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. But my question is simply based on what the BRS has had to say. This is not me saying that you'll end up losing your MLAs. The BRS is saying that we're still hopeful and it's just a matter of a few seats in Telangana. So maybe they are in touch with someone. Maybe they are speaking to some people. Who knows what's happening in those backdoor conversations?
What are they expected to say?
That's why I'm posting that question to you.
No, this is a standard reply in the middle when you're losing. I'm not going to give that reply anywhere in Madhya Pradesh. This is the standard reply when you're giving, oh, let's wait and see, there will be a conclusion. It's not yet concluded. These are only results. The irony of the BRS is, bizarrely enough, and the AIMIM is that, they were all known to be, in collusion together. That was the general perception. We call them the B team as well. That's not a cliche. I think it's pretty much true. The AIMIM actually went out into various states and contested elections more than they're contesting here. I mean, here I think they're only contesting 9. In Bihar, they contested 20. In UP, they contested like tens of them. In Gujarat, they contested 30. Far more than they're doing here, which leads you to believe that they were deployed for the specific purpose of splitting votes and getting the BJP. Here, the BRS as well has actually, had a different kind of relationship with the BJP, where it supported them in the center on various policy, including demonetization. It actually worked for them. There was a flip-flop on the farm laws, but as soon as, they went and met the prime minister, they suddenly changed and said, no, we're going to support the farm laws. It's a bizarre policy. They've tried to help the BJP wherever they can, but the deep irony is, here it seems that they're cutting the BJP votes. The BJP is cutting their votes. So It hadn't really worked out for them. It's bizarre sort of irony here about this collusion that we call it. We have to get that into more detail. I have to go into vote shares. Okay. But as a cursory glance, I can say one thing, that it was a focused Congress campaign by its top leadership with a composite economic package that he gave that has got us to power in that state where not many people gave us a chance. So I am delighted with the trends that are coming out from there. I do hope they turn into joyous reality.
Okay, yeah. I'll come to you, Mr. Abhijit. We have Jyotiraditya Scindia also speaking out. Let's quickly listen in, and then I'll go across to Deepak Vishwakarma, my colleague.
अमित शाह जी और राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जेपी नड्डा जी का मार्गदर्शन और मध्य प्रदेश में भाजपा का एक एक कार्यकर्ता, शिवराज सिंह जी का नेतृत्व, जनहितैषी जो नीतियां उन्होंने क्रियान्वयन की हैं, उसी का फल है कि आज मध्य प्रदेश का एक एक जन जनार्दन असीम बहुमत के साथ, मैंने भी जो सोचा था उससे कई गुना ज़्यादा आज भाजपा के पक्ष में आया है। मैं मध्य प्रदेश की जनता को अपने दिल की गहराइयों से धन्यवाद अर्पित करना चाहता हूँ।
दावों और एग्जिट पोल के आंकड़ों पे कांग्रेस सवाल उठा रही थी, आपके लिए भी कल दिग्विजय सिंह ने कुछ कल टिप्पणी की थी, इसे कैसे?
दिग्विजय सिंह जी की हर बद्दुआ का स्वागत मैं करता हूँ और अपने दिल से राजा साहब को मैं दिल की गहराइयों से उनको शुभकामनाएं देना चाहता हूँ। मैं अपने दिल में कभी भी गलत भाव किसी के प्रति नहीं रखता। और जहाँ तक कांग्रेस की बात है, वो तो लड्डू खरीद रहे थे, कल पोस्टर बधाई के लग गए थे। हम लोग बड़े चुपचाप से अपना काम कर रहे थे क्योंकि हमें पूरा विश्वास था कि जनता का आशीर्वाद भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ रहा है और जनता ने अपना निर्णय साफ कर दिया है। और जो लोग कद की बात कर रहे थे, ग्वालियर चंबल संभाग की जनता ने और मध्य प्रदेश की जनता ने उनको अपना कद दिखा दिया है।
बाकी 3 राज्यों के परिणाम को कैसे देखते हैं? उसमें भी 2 में
प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में छत्तीसगढ़ हो, राजस्थान हो, मध्य प्रदेश हो, तीनों राज्यों में प्रचंड बहुमत से भाजपा की सरकार आई है। प्रधानमंत्री जी का नेतृत्व देश की 140 करोड़ जनता के लिए गौरव का विषय है और प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में भारत विश्व पटल पर नई ऊंचाइयां छू रहा है।
क्या विनिंग एमएलएस के लिए कोई डायरेक्शन है पार्टी की तरफ से, उन्हें बुलाया गया है या विधायक दल?
ये मुख्यमंत्री शिवराज सिंह जी और प्रदेश अध्यक्ष बीडी शर्मा जी तय करेंगे। मैं भाजपा का सामान्य कार्यकर्ता हूं, जो भी वो दोनों तय करेंगे उसी के तहत हम लोग कार्य करेंगे।
सर, राज्य में आपकी भूमिका, आपके राज्य में क्या होगी?
मेरी भूमिका सदैव राज्य में एक जनसेवक की रही है। 2002 से जब से जनसेवा का पथ मैंने अपनाया है, जरूर आशा अभिलाषा मेरी है, वो आशा अभिलाषा है विकास की और प्रगति की, और उसके लिए पूर्ण रूप से प्रयासरत मैं पिछले 20 साल से रहा हूं और ज़िंदगी के आखिरी सांस तक जरूर रहूंगा।
कौन सी चीज़ ऐसी है जिसकी सबसे ज़्यादा आपको फ़ायदा हुआ और कांग्रेस को उसका नुकसान हुआ?
किसी पार्टी का नाफा नुकसान की बात नहीं है, ये साफ साफ बात है प्रजातंत्र में कि जो व्यक्ति ज़मीन से जुड़ा हुआ है, जो पार्टी ज़मीन से जुड़ी हुई है, जो पार्टी ज़मीन के लिए कार्य करती है, वही पार्टी को जनता का आशीर्वाद प्रदान होता है। और शिवराज सिंह जी की जो नीतियां मध्य प्रदेश में रही हैं, जनता के कल्याण की नीतियां रही हैं, उसका पूर्ण लाभ भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मिला है। केंद्र में हमारी डबल इंजन की सरकार प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में, अमित शाह जी और हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जेपी नड्डा जी के नेतृत्व में, उनके मार्गदर्शन में जो हम लोग ने कदम उठाए हैं, उसी का प्रतिफल है ये त्रिमूर्ति जो हमारे पास केंद्र में है, प्रधानमंत्री जी का, गृह मंत्री जी का और नड्डा साहब का। केंद्र का त्रिमूर्ति, मध्य प्रदेश में एक एक भाजपा का कार्यकर्ता शिवराज सिंह जी के नेतृत्व में, बीडी शर्मा जी के नेतृत्व में, उसी का फल है कि आज पूर्ण परिणाम हमारे पक्ष में आया है। बहुत बड़ा असर। लाडली बहना मैं कहूँगा कि पूर्ण रूप से गेम चेंजर है और इसका पूर्ण श्रेय अगर एक व्यक्ति को जाता है तो वो केवल शिवराज सिंह चौहान जी को जाता है।
थैंक यू सर।
The clear word there, the credit there as per Jyotiraditya Scindia goes to Shivraj Singh Chauhan. I have Kulbhushan Saxena also joining me from the Congress office in Bhopal. Kulbhushan, where you're standing right now, I'm sure there are not a lot of people out there celebrating. If you can just show us around what's happening.
देखिए, एक तरफ जहां प्रदेश बीजेपी कार्यालय में जश्न मन रहा था, तो दूसरी तरफ मैं आपको प्रदेश कांग्रेस कार्यालय की यह पूरी तस्वीर दिखाना चाहूंगा, जो कि सुबह 12:30 बजे अब सन्नाटा पसर चुका है। कांग्रेस 70 सीटों पे आगे है। इसके साथ ही अगर बीजेपी की बात की जाए तो बीजेपी 160 सीटों पर लगातार बढ़त बनाई हुई है। कहीं ना कहीं हम ये कह सकते हैं कि कांग्रेस ने जो मेहनत की थी, लेकिन मेहनत के अनुरूप जो है ये पूरा परिणाम सामने नहीं आया है। प्रदेश कांग्रेस कार्यालय के हॉल में जो कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ता हैं, जो कर्मचारी हैं, वो यहाँ पर बैठ के रुझान देखते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। और इन रुझानों की अगर बात की जाए तो अभी भी 70 सीटों पर कांग्रेस के जो प्रत्याशी हैं वो आगे चल रहे हैं, लेकिन 157 सीटों पर बीजेपी ने बढ़त बनाई हुई है। तमाम वो बड़े चेहरे चुनाव हार चुके हैं। कांग्रेस के विधायक कुणाल चौधरी चुनाव हार चुके हैं। इसके साथ ही जीतू पटवारी की बात की जाए तो जीतू पटवारी लगातार पीछे चल रहे हैं। इसके साथ ही दिग्विजय सिंह के बेटे हैं जयवर्धन सिंह, वो भी पीछे चल रहे हैं। बीजेपी के अगर दिग्गज नेताओं की बात की जाए, प्रहलाद पटेल, नरेंद्र सिंह तोमर, कैलाश विजयवर्गीय, ये तमाम वो बड़े चेहरे थे जो बीजेपी ने जिन्हें प्रत्याशी बनाया था, ये लगातार बढ़त बनाए हुए हैं और इनकी जो लीड है वो 17 से 18 हजार है। तो कहीं ना कहीं अब पूर्ण बहुमत से बीजेपी मध्य प्रदेश में सरकार बनाती हुई नजर आ रही है। इसका सबसे बड़ा एक फैक्टर है लाडली बहना योजना, जो मुख्यमंत्री शिवराज सिंह चौहान ने 2023 में ठीक चुनाव के 4 महीने पहले लाडली बहना योजना को मध्य प्रदेश में लाया और इस योजना के तहत मध्य प्रदेश की 1,25,00,000 महिलाओं के खाते में उन्होंने 1,250 रुपए महीना देना शुरू किया। एक पूरा जो एक बड़ा वोट बैंक है वो पूरा बड़ा वोट बैंक बीजेपी के साथ गया। 2% इस बार जो है महिलाओं का वोट प्रतिशत बढ़ा था और इसका फायदा सीधे बीजेपी को मिलता हुआ नजर आया। कांग्रेस ने जहां से शुरुआत की थी 2013 में 59 सीटें कांग्रेस की झोली में आई थी और एक बार फिर से 2023 में कांग्रेस अब वहीं पहुंचकर खड़ी हो चुकी है। तो कांग्रेस के पास अब खोने के लिए कुछ नहीं बचा है। तमाम वो दिग्गज नेताओं के चेहरे दाव पर थे, लेकिन कमलनाथ, दिग्विजय सिंह, सुरजेवाला सहित तमाम नेताओं ने जो मेहनत की, उस मेहनत का परिणाम सामने निकल के नहीं आया और कहीं ना कहीं एक बार फिर से हम ये कह सकते हैं कि 2008 में मुख्यमंत्री शिवराज सिंह चौहान ने मध्य प्रदेश में लाडली लक्ष्मी योजना लागू की थी और 2023 में लाडली बहना लागू की और लाडली लक्ष्मी के साथ लाडली बहना ने जो असर दिखाया, इसका सीधा फायदा जो है बीजेपी को मिलता हुआ नजर आया। और कहीं ना कहीं जो बीजेपी का संगठन है मध्य प्रदेश में, जो बीजेपी के संगठन की तारीफ होती है पूरे देश में, जो बूथ स्तर पन्ना प्रमुख जो नियुक्तियां बीजेपी ने करी थी, इसका फायदा सीधे बीजेपी को मिला है। हालांकि मध्य प्रदेश में कोई चेहरा नहीं था, प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के चेहरे पर बीजेपी ने चुनाव लड़ा और तमाम जो केंद्रीय मंत्री हैं, जो सांसद हैं, उन्हें प्रत्याशी बनाया। तो इसका फायदा भी जो है बीजेपी का मिलता हुआ नजर आया। लेकिन हाँ, ये कह सकते हैं कि जो केंद्र और राज्य सरकार की योजनाएं थी, जो जन कल्याणकारी योजनाएं थी, जिनका सीधा फायदा मध्य प्रदेश की जनता को मिल रहा था, वो वोट पे तब्दील हुआ और कहीं ना कहीं इसका फायदा बीजेपी को मिला। लेकिन जिन मुद्दों को कांग्रेस ने उठाया, चाहे वो घोटाले हो, चाहे वो भ्रष्टाचार हो, चाहे वो महंगाई का मुद्दा हो, ऐसे तमाम मुद्दे फिलहाल मध्य प्रदेश में काम करते हुए नजर नहीं आए और विकास के मुद्दे पर मध्य प्रदेश की जनता ने वोट दिया और उसका परिणाम सामने है कि 170 सीटों पर बीजेपी पूर्ण बहुमत से सरकार बना रही है। मध्य प्रदेश में 116 सीट पर पूर्ण बहुमत मिलता है, लेकिन उससे कई गुना आगे।
Okay, Kulbhushan, thank you so much for joining us. Clearly, as Kulbhushan was pointing out, Joyita, obviously not a lot of commotion there at the Congress office in Madhya Pradesh. But what really then become looking at the larger picture, and we've been calling this the semi-final for 2024. Firstly, is it that, and what then becomes the takeaway for the Congress party and the BJP both, in fact?
I am not going to call it a semi-final, because when you are calling anything a semi-final, it's like, you know, one party loses, one party moves up. So technically it is not a semi-final, it's a curtain raiser, I would say, to the Lok Sabha elections. But the biggest takeaway for me in these things is that, you see, in the Lok Sabha, in terms of the Lok Sabha elections, around 200 seats where the Congress and the BJP are in direct fight with each other. Now, what is happening, the very fact that in these 3 states, in these 3 battles, in direct fight, BJP is moving way ahead of the Congress. So, those 200 seats that the Congress was hoping that it will be getting, you know, a large chunk of it, that a huge question mark is put on that. The BJP already has a hold. The BJP, it looks like, will retain its hold. So, and until and unless one particular party in the INDIA bloc, they are winning at least 100 and 150 seats, which can, otherwise the center will not hold and that alliance will disperse.
Okay.
You know, that is the message that is coming through in a one-on-one battle. It is the BJP that is far ahead of Congress.
Okay, Prahlad Joshi also speaking. I'll get a response from Anshul Abhijit after that.
Congress party has always been giving the bogus promises. People have seen it in Karnataka, people have seen it in Himachal Pradesh. So literally they have failed. That's why they have rejected. People have rejected the Congress party. I am very happy, especially as the in charge of Rajasthan. We have won and we will cross 124 at least.
And this will impact on 24 elections also?
It will be better impact and we will, last time we had less number of seats as far as assembly is concerned, but we had huge mandate in Lok Sabha in all these states, and that will repeat and we will have a better result than 19 in all these states.
Thank you so much, sir.
Sir, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, all right. So Prahlad Joshi there predicting a further number for the BJP in Rajasthan. Anshul Abhijit, let me bring you back in the conversation. And I will let you complete your point. I don't want to take away this victory from the Congress party. I don't want to be accused of that. So I'll give you the floor now to just explain what do you think has gone in favor of the Congress party as far as Telangana is concerned? Let's discuss that before we come to the other states, because I understand, yes, it's a major victory for the Congress in Telangana, but that doesn't mean that we don't discuss Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh at least.
No, please do. In fact, if you wish, I can start with Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh if you wish. Madhya Pradesh has been particularly grim news for us. But yeah, considering Telangana, I gave you multiple reasons going into the background why the state was captured by us. I think, we don't have to go too far back. Although there was a lot of work being done by, Revant Reddy ji and Uttam Kumar Reddy ji before him. Prior to even the Bharat Jodo Yatra, there were meetings being called, there was mobilization. I saw that. I went to that state many times over the past few years. So it's not that work was not being done. But I think that the Bharat Jodo Yatra galvanized the cadres into something else, into a kind of belief that you can actually convert this kind of support that you see, and I saw it there, into actual votes. And that's exactly what happened. There was this kind of belief that happened. One thing that is also this kind of myth that has been busted is that when there is a regional party that has become strong in one state and establishes a government for over a couple of terms, then there is this general belief that the Congress is unable to surmount that kind of challenge. Well, that has been proven wrong in Telangana at the moment. So that's really good news for other places as well, that you can actually revitalize your organization, at the grassroots level, and then, go for victory. It's a good lesson learned here. It's a good tale to tell. The other thing about Telangana is that, the leadership worked cohesively. There were promises that were made. And that all worked very effectively. There was also this anti-incumbency of this government, 10-year government here. Look, I think that the fact that they took credit for the formation of Telangana over the past 10 years has run its course. It's no longer relevant over there. And people have realized that you can't keep taking credit for this, when it was actually the Congress party and Madam Sonia Gandhi that actually their decision led to the formation of the state. So this is what we see, the post-creation politics in Telangana that we see at work in this particular verdict. As far as the other states is concerned, well, Madhya Pradesh, I don't have a clue. Right? I mean, I'll have to look at the data. We'll have to go into that. We'll have to go into the drawing board and all those kind of cliches. At the moment, I can't give you a response. What I can say is that particular government in Madhya Pradesh was a stolen government. There's absolutely no doubt about it. You remember those dark days of democracy. You remember them when the Prime Minister himself actually delayed the lockdown in order to establish a government by turning democracy into a marketplace and establishing a government in Madhya Pradesh.
Anshul Abhijit, stolen government in 2020, you say, but the mandate in 2023 is very clear. It's definitely not a stolen government this time around. Himanshu, but
I'm not denying that.
Yes, Himanshu, but bringing you back into the conversation, interesting factors coming out of Madhya Pradesh, where a lot of the credit is also being given to Jyotiraditya Scindia, and how his campaigning has heavily worked in the Guna, Shivpuri, Gwalior belt, where it's where out of the 16 seats the BJP has won, is leading in fact in 15, and the Congress only in 1. And this was a belt that was particularly being seen as a challenge for the Bharatiya Janata Party.
It had been a challenge from the beginning. Till Jyotiraditya Scindia was in Congress, BJP was finding it very, very difficult to go in there. But since he's come back to BJP, he's gone to BJP, what has happened is, it was expected even among the BJP cadres that they would not be able to win everything. But the amount of work Jyotiraditya put on over there has resulted into this nearly 10% result. And that has made a total difference of about 20 assembly seats in this result that you will see. And the credit goes to him, because people were skeptical. Jyotiraditya Scindia had come out wholeheartedly, but some of his close allies who were in Madhya Pradesh working on ground, some of them were just not very happy. And there was a doubt in the minds of certain people that might result into something very different. But it has not happened. Looking at the results, you are getting the idea, you know.
Okay.
This result will add, you have to add 20 seats or deduct 20 seats of Jyotiraditya Scindia's Gwalior.
Okay, all right. I'm going to bring in BK Jha as well, and then we'll quickly go across to Pia, who's standing by to give us some of those latest updates. BK Jha, you're joining us at around 12:30. What are you making now of the final numbers that are coming about? Madhya Pradesh, very clear, consolidated. I don't think there's much of a conversation as to if they can, if anything else can happen there. But as far as Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan are concerned, are they truly very surprising also for the BJP?
Yes, a bit surprising for BJP also, and even Chhattisgarh, like there was a tough contest we are expecting in Chhattisgarh. Now, but what happened in Madhya Pradesh is like they are heading towards landslide victory. And if you see the counting rounds, when we come across say 11 or 12 o'clock, that gives a clear indication. There may be some seat plus minus but close contest, but overall picture is almost clear. Now what we are seeing in Madhya Pradesh, like we are right now talking about Chambal region, but if you see the trains, all be it Mahakosal, be it Baghelkhand, be it everywhere BJP has taken a substantial lead. So it's I find it's a collective effort of all the leaders. They fought in the name of Modi's, and I also see a bit of polarization there. The polarization in favor of BJP.
Okay.
And even Chhattisgarh, be a neighboring state, there are some effects there also. Because see, even if we talk about other states, like I have been been in Rajasthan or covered several times election there, like from '98. What I see, voters are predetermined. So if we say, if you go by exit poll, we might get a very incorrect picture.
Okay.
But there in Rajasthan, we have seen they are predetermined voters bearing a few floating number of votes. They go for this thing. Development has never been an issue there. Like in '98, 2003, Gehlot government worked very hard in terms of development. Likewise, when Vasundhara Raje came in, they also put in a lot of effort in terms of development issues. But there are other factors were at work there, like anti-incumbency factor, then corruption remains major issue.
But somewhere the Congress was hoping that the anti-incumbency factor will probably work out in Madhya Pradesh. So there's been a major miscalculation there on the Congress's part. Shivraj Singh speaking once again. Let's quickly listen in.
Yeah. So.
मैं केंद्र को प्रणाम करता हूं। फिर हमने पूरे चुनाव को पूरी ताकत से सामूहिक नेतृत्व में लड़ा। हमारे प्रदेश अध्यक्ष वीडी शर्मा जी और संगठन के बाकी सारे कार्यकर्ता भी काम में लगे। और सबसे बड़ी एक बात और है कि डबल इंजन की सरकार, नरेंद्र मोदी जी का आशीर्वाद सदैव मध्य प्रदेश को मिला, तो केंद्र सरकार की योजनाओं का भी आदर्श क्रियान्वयन हमने मध्य प्रदेश में किया। और मध्य प्रदेश सरकार ने इतने वर्षों में, चाहे सड़क हो, बिजली हो, पानी हो, शिक्षा हो, स्वास्थ्य हो, सिंचाई हो, कोई भी क्षेत्र ऐसा नहीं छोड़ा जिसमें बेहतर काम ना किया हो। ये एक दिन में परिणाम नहीं आता, लगातार बेहतर काम करने के कारण परिणाम आता है। और महिला सशक्तिकरण के लिए लाडली बहना योजना एक कड़ी थी, अगली कड़ी लाडली लक्ष्मी, कन्या विवाह, रिजर्वेशन महिलाओं को, बहनों को, ऐसी श्रृंखला थी। उसकी एक अगली कड़ी थी लाडली बहना, और अब होगी लखपति बहना। तो उनका भरपूर आशीर्वाद मिला, लेकिन समाज के हर वर्ग का आशीर्वाद मिला। मैं तो सौभाग्यशाली मानता हूं कि जनता का स्नेह, प्रेम और विश्वास हम सबको भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मिला।
लाडली बहना की आंधी चली है, आप मानते हैं कि
लाडली बहनाओं का जबरदस्त योगदान है, इसमें कोई दो मत नहीं।
सर एग्जिट पोल जब आए थे तब दिग्विजय सिंह कह रहे थे कि जो चैनल चला रहे हैं
Chauhan being given to the Ladli Behna Yojana. Let me bring in Jaiveer Shergill of the BJP as well, joining us on the broadcast. Jaiveer Shergill, it's a good day to be a part of the BJP. What really do you think has then worked out in favor of the BJP as far as Rajasthan is concerned?
Thank you for having me on your show. I'm from Punjab and I have to say this. It is BJP's balle balle in all the three states. Whether it's Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. People and the voter have trusted Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's politics of Vikas and Vishwas and defeated the Congress politics of appeasement, abusing the Prime Minister, negativity and betraying the voters. In Rajasthan specifically, the women voter of Rajasthan who suffered 1 lakh crimes against them, 35,000 rape cases, the youth of Rajasthan suffered due to the paper leak. They have taken the revenge on Ashok Gehlot government. Most importantly, let's not forget, Mr. Rahul Gandhi conducted the Bharat Jodo Yatra in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh both. The Bharat Jodo Yatra of Congress has proven to be the voter Todo Yatra for the Congress party. It broke away the voter rather than making them join with the Congress party. So I think the Prime Minister Modi magic, the hard work, the blood, the sweat of the Karyakartas has ensured that the Vijay Rath of the Bharatiya Janata Party is entering all the three states.
Okay, and at the same time, Jaiveer Shergill, the big question then remains is who really is coming back as Chief Minister then in Madhya Pradesh? Any inkling there? Because your senior leader, Jyotiraditya Scindia, clearly they're giving the credit to Shivraj Singh Chauhan, saying that yes, he's fought a very good fight for the BJP, but there's no clarity yet, and there is no hint yet from the BJP.
Let me say in Hindi, the major difference between BJP and Congress is, in Congress, मुख्यमंत्री पद की लड़ाई होती है और भाजपा में मुख्यमंत्री सर्व सहमति से बनाए जाते हैं. I would say, today is the day in BJP office to taste some laddus, beat some dhol. The question is, what is happening to all the laddus which the Congress party ordered? As far as your Chief Minister, I think you have enough news for the today. Let's keep this news for some other day.
Okay, Jaiveer, very diplomatically, politically correct answer there. I'll come back to you in Jaiveer in just a moment, but that's an interesting point that he raises. Himanshu Bhatt, has somewhere the infighting in Rajasthan, in Chhattisgarh, has that really impacted the Congress? And then is this a wake-up call for the Congress party, for the senior leadership to actually sit down together and decide that, listen, as long as we have multiple leaders who are fighting for a particular post within the state. This will continue to happen because we saw in Karnataka that even though there was a lot of positioning and propelling for a DK Shiv Kumar, everybody said that it was majorly the effort of a DK Shiv Kumar that the Congress party won Karnataka. At the end of the day, DK Shiv Kumar said that, listen, whatever the party high command decides is my command. And Siddaramaiah ended up becoming the chief minister. So we saw that there was a man who stood firmly behind the party, who got the seats, who probably somewhere in his heart of hearts wanted to become chief minister, but put that sentiment aside and did not go into, you know, the whole resort politics and MLA horse trading and switching sides and going there when he didn't, in fact, become chief minister himself. But do you think that that's had a major impact in both Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh?
I would say to an extent, yes. But then, you know, you compare DK Shivakumar with Sachin Pilot. Pilot has also not left the party.
Yeah.
He's also obeyed the command of High Command. Only difference is in Karnataka they won. And here they did not win. What was the reason? The basic reason is in Karnataka, they won by a difference of 4% votes. I'll talk with statistics. Out of those 4%, we had 1.86% vote of Muslims that was consolidated towards Congress, and remaining 1.86% or something more than that was a Lingayat vote that the BJP could not garner. What happened was BJP remained at 36% vote which they had gathered, whereas Congress jumped from 38 to 42%. And in the process, Janata Dal S was wiped out. That is what happened there. But here in Rajasthan, when you do not have the third party which is strong enough to get 15-17% votes, and plus in Rajasthan you have a whole minority vote which is already polarized in one party, and your Prime Minister of the country goes there and talks, makes people remember a 2-year-old Kanhaiya case and says, "Sar tan se juda." What signal does it send? Okay. And see, there it has not been a developmental politics. It's always been in Rajasthan, every 5 years there's a change in the mind. There is Gujjar politics. People are angry that their boy is not being made a chief minister despite being promised.
Right.
And this is what is showing here. And I would say, you know, this 112-72 will firm up on the higher side. In the end result comes, in Rajasthan, you will see BJP's seat share getting firmed up. Because that's what generally electioneering happens. This ding-dong seats, what we call, which goes on till 2 o'clock. And then suddenly, in the final 2 rounds, it will shift to the majority side.
Okay, Himanshu, and I'll just come back to the rest as well. My colleague Pia standing by. Pia, let's go over some of the key faces. What really is their fate this time around? Over to you.
Indeed. Let's first take a look at Madhya Pradesh, because this is where the Bharatiya Janata Party is sweeping at the moment. Narendra Tomar of the Bharatiya Janata Party leading from the Dimani constituency. Narottam Mishra of the BJP trailing from Datia constituency. We have Kamal Nath of the Congress who is leading in his constituency. Meanwhile, Shivraj Singh Chauhan of the BJP, of course, leading from Budni constituency. We also have Jayavardhan Singh of the Congress party who is leading from Raghogar constituency. Apart from this, Vishwas Sarang of the BJP leading from Narela constituency, and Ajay Arjun of the Congress party leading in Churhat constituency. Another big face, Kailash Vijayvargiya of the Bharatiya Janata Party leading in Indore, Rakesh Singh of the BJP leading in Jabalpur West, and Imarti Devi of the BJP leading in Dabra at the moment. There's also Maya Singh of the Bharatiya Janata Party who is leading in Gwalior East. So BJP, of course, sweeping Madhya Pradesh at this point. We can see the numbers on the screen. Back to you, Devika.
Okay, Pia, thank you so much. Let's also quickly listen in to a conversation that my colleague Ananya has had with Raman Singh, who's giving out a lot of these sound bites and interviews since morning, because we clearly see the numbers in Chhattisgarh. Currently 53 for the BJP, 36 for the Congress, 1 for others. Let's quickly listen in to what is it that Raman Singh, former Chief Minister of the state, has had to say.
और इस वक्त हमारे साथ छत्तीसगढ़ के पूर्व सीएम रमन सिंह मौजूद हैं। रमन सिंह सर, आपसे यही समझना चाहेंगे, रुझानों में आपकी पार्टी आगे चल रही है, क्या लग रहा है बीजेपी छत्तीसगढ़ में सरकार बनाती हुई नजर आ रही है?
रुझान दिख रहा है, ऐसा लगता है रुझान 8 बजे आते आते रिजल्ट में परिवर्तित हो जाएगा।
क्या लग रहा है कौन होगा सीएम का चेहरा, कितनी सीट्स मिलने वाली है?
विधायक दल में बैठ के हम लोग रात में सभी विधायक आ जाएंगे और उनसे बात करेंगे और विधायक दल के साथ दल का नेता चयन हो जाएगा।
क्या लग रहा है प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी की गारंटी और भूपेश बघेल की तरफ से जो घोषणाएं की गई, कौन सा फैक्टर है जो काम करके आपके फेवर?
नरेंद्र मोदी गारंटी की बात को छत्तीसगढ़ की जनता ने स्वीकार किया।
जो भ्रष्टाचार का मुद्दा आप लोगों की तरफ से उठाया गया है और महादेव ऐप का जो जिक्र किया गया है, भूपेश बघेल पर आरोप लगाए गए हैं, क्या अगर आपकी पार्टी सरकार में आती है उसकी जांच होगी?
बिंदुओं पे निश्चित रूप से जो भ्रष्टाचार हुआ है उस पर जांच होगी।
शुक्रिया सर हमारे साथ बातचीत करने के लिए। छत्तीसगढ़ के पूर्व सीएम रमन सिंह को आपने सुना, उन्होंने कहा कि हमारी सरकार सत्ता में आती है तो उन तमाम बिंदुओं को लेकर जांच की जाएगी जो मुद्दे उठाए गए हैं। कैमरामैन अविनाश के साथ अनन्या बेदी, छत्तीसगढ़, इंडिया न्यूज।
Okay, JV Shegel, bringing you back into the conversation. What has worked out for the BJP as far as Chhattisgarh is concerned? Okay, I seem to have lost the line with JV, so let me take that question with Joyita. Joyita, the Congress was rather confident as far as Chhattisgarh is concerned. Even the exit polls do not indicate much. Has somewhere this entire conversation on corruption in the past few months, has that had a major impact in Chhattisgarh, and do we see that in the results today?
Listen, it is not just one conversation or a conversation that happens over maybe a few weeks, as we know about this Mahadeva app case, that, you know, there has been an I would say undercurrent of anti-incumbency has always been there. And let's not forget what is happening is, you see, we sitting here in Delhi, we did get a little bit carried away by the Congress self-promotion that we are doing very well in Chhattisgarh, we are doing very well. But if you started probing, if you started scratching the surface, the Congress was not doing very well. Was money a problem? Possibly yes, money became a problem towards the end of the election, towards the end of the voting. So the thing is that, you see, I think all those factors combined together, but at the same time, let's not forget, you see, the role that the tribal voters in particular played in the state, and I would say the outreach by the RSS too, because you see, they have been working for a very long time to bring, you know, that Hindu identity of the tribals. They have been trying to focus on that for a very long time. They have done it in Gujarat, they have done it in Madhya Pradesh, they are doing it in Chhattisgarh. All those factors, and I think, came into play together to bring the BJP back. And let's not forget, Chhattisgarh has been a bastion of the BJP for a very long time, except for one this stint by Bhupesh Baghel. Chhattisgarh was a BJP state for a very, very long time. So, and all this Naxalism, you know, everything coming back and all. So, I think everything played a part.
Okay, I'm going to bring in Anshul Abhijit back into the conversation. Anshul Abhijit, what is the Congress's big takeaway then for Chhattisgarh? What really has gone wrong?
I'll have to look at all the statistics. I mean, things are just coming in. We have to work out what has happened there. Certainly, it's been a setback if these numbers concretize, as it has been a huge setback in Madhya Pradesh as well. Rajasthan, we know, historically a revolving door kind of ambivalent politics that we see there. But in Chhattisgarh, we thought that that our campaigns, that our policies, particularly to the farmers subsidies, the MSP prices of rice, which are the highest in this country, as well as for the tribal voters, you know, just about the Tendu leaf collection, whether it was forest produce, increasing the ambit of forest produce and then giving them subsidy, and the guarantees that we worked on for this particular election, from KG to PG, free education was a tremendous kind of guarantee. Absolutely guaranteed education from the lowest to the highest level, including all the technical courses. So we gave that to the people. We were going to have it implemented, but it seems that it hasn't really worked out that way. I can't really say, maybe it's the particular tribal vote in the Bastar region. Maybe it's vote somewhere else. We don't know. We'll have to go to the drawing board and think about that.
Okay, I'm going to bring in Mr. B.K. Jha into the conversation as well. Mr. Jha, what do you think has happened then in Chhattisgarh? What has worked in the favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party? Has it been, the Mahadev app scam? Have they managed to really create that perception against the Congress party? Or was it just anti-incumbency that has been exasperated by this whole conversation on corruption in the state?
Corruption scam definitely played a role. I don't see anti-incumbency factor much, because I was talking to the people there. They said, for farmers, the Congress led by Bhupesh Baghel did a condemnable job. For their be it crop insurance and other relevant schemes for farmers, and likewise in other sector also, in terms of industries, in terms of other, they were on the mark. So I don't discount them. But yes, this latest scam, which I must say 3-4 months back, Mahadev, and see, perception is a dominant factor in for the minds of voters. It plays a effective role, and likewise, like in tribal region, where one of they were saying, like RSS works was reflected in this also, but they are deep into tribal welfare. It's not only in Chhattisgarh, but it is also in Rajasthan. We have witnessed, especially in those Dungarpur, Banswara, Udaipur regions. They are have their not only pageants, but their welfare schemes they are running in the form of NGOs and all. They have a greater impact at grassroots level. So what I see, what went against Congress in Chhattisgarh, one is their overconfidence, because right from say down the line in the terms of what we were referring as semi-finals, they were overconfident. Like if say Rajasthan they don't win, Madhya Pradesh they win, but Chhattisgarh was like given. Yes, but the Bhupesh Baghel-led government has worked tremendously in the favor of people, and they will make it whatever the results from other areas. So the one overconfidence, I think complacency must have crept in. That is one of the reason, and corruption and scam. Not corruption, but this what perception about this latest scam which emerged, that was also a major role to play against this thing, or that work in favor of BJP.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.